Hi, everybody. Day 15, beginning of a new day. Let's jump right in. This is the beginning of a new day. God has given me this day to use as I will. I can waste it or use it for good. What I do today is important because I am exchanging a day of my life for it. When tomorrow comes, this day will be gone forever, leaving in its place something I have traded for it. I want it to be gain, not loss, good, not evil, success, not failure, in order that I shall not regret the price that I paid for it. So, I've got a little extra illumination going on in front of me, and that's because I'm holding onto my laptop. So, as far as getting to-dos done, I didn't spend any time on the side hustle last night. I had my 9 to 5 stretch into the 9 to 10 p.m., working on a project, trying to crash on that and get it done in a couple days. Basically building a website in 2 days. No big whoop. But I wanted to at least give a rundown of the last 2 weeks, or the first 2 weeks, really, of 2020, and the performance of True Mydentity, and how things have kind of shaped up over the last 2 weeks. So that recap I'm able to give. So I've got some numbers here. So I'm going to do two comparisons. One, month of December versus the first 2 weeks of January. So 4 weeks versus 2 weeks. This is the good news. This is all the positive stuff. And to be fair, December I didn't do anything to promote the website, as noted last week when I gave a recap. So it's all of the January stuff that's been going on as far as drumming up content, building content, informing people of True Mydentity, and trying to get the word out. That's all started in January for the most part. There were a couple of individuals I informed, coworkers, a couple of family members prior to that, but driving traffic to the website was minimal because I only did a couple of experiments and I only informed a couple of friends. So that being said, first 2 weeks of January versus the full month of December. I had 6 orders in January, 0 in December. I had 9 items sold in the first 2 weeks of January, 0 in December. I had 121 more users come to the website in the first 2 weeks of January than in December. I have 6 more organic sessions to the website, meaning somebody found True Mydentity on their own. They typed in something into a search bar on Bing, Yahoo, or Google, and somehow came across my website. So they found that on my own. That's important traffic. That's the traffic you want coming to your website, is organic traffic. Because it's free. And it's something that they're actually looking for versus you having to go try to find them. Direct traffic. I have 60 more users coming to the website. Social, 60 more users coming to the website than in December. So those numbers are a big deal, and you can see that social, direct, and organic are the biggest drivers, and that's primarily because I've been doing YouTube videos and posting to social media, primarily Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram or LinkedIn. Just started Instagram, but that's going to grow. And that's just on my personal side. I haven't done anything for the most part, I haven't done anything on the True Mydentity social media sites. That is just informing friends and family for the first 2 weeks of the year. So, not huge jumps in people coming to the website and checking out the content, but the audience is small. It's an important audience because they already know me and they're interested in what I'm trying to do. And that's why I'm seeing such a big jump in these numbers. That's all the good news. So now, let's say I have to tell somebody, let's say I'm not the owner, let's say I'm an employee. And the owner asks me, all right, that's cool. So how are the next 2 weeks of January going to look? Well, owner of the company, that's a different story, because then you have to look at what has the trend line been, right? Well, December, like I said, there wasn't anything going on. I wasn't doing anything to promote it. But we changed things January 1st. And I started putting out information, starting doing videos, starting letting people know about True Mydentity. So the spike is natural when you start doing something like that. So the first week that I did that in January, from January 1st to the 7th, obviously there was a nice lift and everything. Well, things settle down after word gets out and you don't tell any more new people about what you're doing, which I haven't done. I haven't really spread the word further than my network. I haven't done any ads. I haven't tried to reach individuals I don't know. So, that being said, if I look at the first week of January versus the second week of January, my orders went down by 4. So I only had 1 order last week, and versus the 5 the week before. The good thing is the order that came in was 3 shirts, so that only declined by, so the number of items sold only declined by 3, which is good. As far as users to the site, that declined by 83. So I had 124 come to the site the first week. I had 41 come last week. Organic traffic, that declined by 8. I had 2 organic traffic sessions last week and 10 the week before. Direct traffic, so that's somebody that I'm giving a link to, and all they have to do is click the link and they end up at my website. That declined by 42. So from 59 the first week to 17 the second week. And social, same kind of story, went from 54 to 22. So the decline is happening because less people are being informed, and the people that are still want to be in the know or involved or interested in what it is that I'm doing and talking about, they're still coming to the website and they're still engaging with the content. So that's why the numbers are still higher than in December, but not as high as they were that first week. So if I were to tell boss of True Mydentity or owner of True Mydentity, the trend is probably going to continue to decline a little bit unless, owner, you start doing something to get new eyeballs to your website. So that being said, that's the summary for the first 2 weeks. I wanted to share that with you because it was interesting. And the first 2 weeks have been fun. I'm not going to lie. It's nice to see those numbers go up. But the reality is that's not sustainable, and it's not going to last very long, and I want it to grow. So I've been talking about putting new things into play, and I haven't really been able to do that yet. I'm still getting my feet underneath me for trying to build all this content and still maintain a 9-to-5 as I'm working late at night, even on a 9-to-5, right? So squeezing in side hustle hours when I can, versus, spending all day working on the side hustle and trying to drum up as many people to come to the website as possible. It's challenging to get all that done. So there are some tactics that I can put into play, and they are going to come. It's just going to have to take a little bit of time to get there. So I'm anticipating those numbers are going to continue to decline. The one thing it'll tell me, though, is how many, over time, you're going to learn if you're going to have a consistent audience that's going to pay attention, right? So if you don't do anything new, you'll find out what's consistent. So that's not a bad thing. I don't mind that for the month of January. I can tell you I'm planning on doing some promotional stuff for February. I'll probably put something together for Valentine's Day. I don't know what that's going to entail yet. I don't know if I'm going to just feature products. I don't know if I'm going to use a coupon code. The issue with the coupon codes is the margins are very low with True Mydentity t-shirts. One, because I'm doing everything with a third party, so it's a little more expensive to produce. And I don't house any inventory. They do that for me, which is nice. But I'm also donating 50% of net profits. So that cuts into the margins as well, which is, hey, I like doing the good for people, so I'm okay with that. It's just coupon codes are going to be limited at that point because I still have to make up cost for the ad, right? So that's kind of the in and out of what's happening with True Mydentity and beginning a new day. Good learnings in the first 2 weeks. More to come. A lot more to come. Again, I've got to hit, my goal is 400 t-shirts sold by the end of the year. And I'm sitting on 9 sold right now, which is 9 more than I had 2 weeks ago. So incredibly grateful to everybody who has been supporting me so far. Those of you who have placed an order, thank you very much. I hope you're enjoying your t-shirts. I hope they actually are helping you to reflect a little bit on yourself and the importance of you and your identity. And again, all of you supporting me on this journey, can't thank you enough. So to do for tonight is to go back to the Premiere Pro. I didn't get a chance to do that last night. So I'd really like to spend some time in that and start building some content for True Mydentity so I can run some ads in February and not send somebody to a place that doesn't have any like legitimate activity. So that's going to be an important piece to try to figure out over the next couple of weeks as far as getting content posted to True Mydentity. And if time allows, I'm going to probably start sending out some emails to some teachers and just give them a heads up about True Mydentity and see if I can squeeze that in. Again, it's trying to touch new people, trying to get in front of new people, get them to the website, learn who you are, so on and so forth. So that's my to-do. Word for the day. Word for the day today was fun. Yesterday at work, actually the last couple of days, haven't been real fun at my 9 to 5. And typically it is. Typically it's pretty fun. But, you know, there are ebbs and flows and everything. The reason I'm bringing it up now is because I need to keep my mind on having fun, enjoying the good things in life, and I try to approach things with a smile. I try to approach things with a little goofiness, and I try not to take things super serious because, honest to God, if you're breathing, you're standing up straight, everything else is okay. You know? So I like to take things with a little sense of humor, and I like the fun side of things. That might get me into trouble once in a while, but that's just the way that I like to do things. If you have a fun portion of your identity, let that fun play out. I think people need that more often than they're willing to admit in their life. And you know, if there are a lot of serious people, I have a serious side. My wife will tell me that I'm serious all the time. She doesn't think I'm fun at all. She thinks I'm way too serious. But if you're serious about things and you kind of get into it and life kind of consumes you, that fun portion of your identity is something you should probably tap into and really, you know, smile a little more, shake some hands, hug some people, goof around. Go hang out with some kids for a while because they got it down. They've got it figured out. They just do things and it doesn't really matter. And there's no thought that goes into it half the time. And that's what I get so frustrated with my 3-year-old Reed. He just does stuff and he knows if he were to stop and think that he's probably not supposed to do it, but it doesn't matter because he doesn't stop to think. He just does stuff. And part of me admires the hell out of that, and part of me, it just drives me absolutely insane. But I think the part that gets driven insane needs to tap into that fun side and just understand that, you know, that's the good part of life. So that's the word today, is fun, and have a little fun today. Try not to take things too seriously and enjoy your day. I'm Luke Felbrier with True Mydentity. Subscribe to my channel right up in the corner here, and go to True Mydentity. Check out the t-shirts and find the t-shirt that will reveal your true identity. Have a great day, guys.